What is up, everyone? I hope everybody's having a good morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be. I just want to start out by saying my thoughts and prayers go out to George Floyd's family. This man relocated. He was a Texan. He's a Texan. He lived in Houston for the longest time and decided to relocate to better himself with employment a little further up north. All I have to say is I get tired. This is my personal opinion. This is how I feel about it. I do not like people that have badges abusing their power. I've seen the video. I've seen all the different videos, different angles and everything about how this man was treated. It's not right. Some of these cops, not all cops are bad. Mind you, not everyone is bad, but the ones that are bad weigh out the good ones, which is very sad in this day and age that we live in. Abusing power. When you're a cop, when you swear in to protect the Constitution and to protect civilians, that is a huge responsibility. That means your personal feelings towards certain races, creeds, nationalities, what have you. Everybody should be treated as an equal. Unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world, and this is the result of somebody abusing power. That cop that did this to this man, he needs to be brought to justice. Simple as that. He should not have. If y'all seen the video, y'all know what happened. I don't believe anybody deserves to be treated like he was. He was killed because of abuse of power. That is a sad, sad thing. I never knew this man. I just knew he was a fellow Texan. I'm sure he wasn't a bad person. I mean, I didn't know him, but he didn't look like he was a bad person. Regardless, why did he lose his life? Some police officer abused his authority. When somebody says I can't breathe, that's a universal term. Unfortunately, we live in a society now that people that are videotaping this are scared to do anything about it. They're afraid if a civilian would have jumped up and pushed that cop off of them, it would have been shot. It's trying times that we live in. Me personally, if I saw that, shoot me or not, there's more. Are you gonna shoot a civilian? When somebody says they can't breathe, get the fuck off of them. I'm a military veteran, and I believe in protecting people. Protecting the people is what I was sworn in to do. That cop needs to be brought to justice. Fired is fired. What's firing gonna do? Again, I hope this doesn't piss off some people. If it does, I don't care. But nobody deserves to be treated or let alone murdered like this man was. These cops, also the whole rioting and everything, I don't agree with the riot, the looting and all that. You have to be the solution, not the problem. What is looting gonna do? Was this man gonna loot something? No. Protest, that's our God-given right. That is our right as Americans to protest. We can do that. But looting, what is that solving? What is that gonna do? Stealing other businesses that had nothing to do with that don't deserve to have their businesses looted because of idiocracy. That's ridiculous. Stop with that shit. Protest. If I could be there, I would be up there. I would be right there with them protesting, but I would never steal a business, rob a business, catch something on fire. That's unnecessary, people. Come on. It is very unnecessary to do that. I believe in the protesting is fine. Those cops that did that need to be indicted. They need to get the death penalty. They took this man's life for what? What did he do? He didn't do shit to deserve that. And I'm saying this because anybody that abuses power like that needs to turn in their badge. Any police officer, any police officers out there that are watching this and they see this and they find this okay and have no issue with this, turn in your goddamn badges. You need to go. You need to go work at Mickey D's. Get the fuck out of law enforcement. This man did not deserve the shit he got. You were sworn in to protect the people, not to be a problem. There was too much racial tension in this goddamn world. Pardon my cussing, but this is one of those videos, my friends. Nobody. I am sick of this abusing power bullshit with law enforcement. I first of all, just because you got a badge don't make you better than nobody. You're a civilian too. You have to clock out. Once you clock out, you're a civvy. And half of these idiots, and I'm sorry, I'm focusing my aggression towards all the bad police officers out there. There are good ones. Excuse me, I know for a fact there are good ones. This has nothing to do with the good cops. But the bad ones, all you bad cops out there, go fuck yourselves. Turn in your badges. You're in the wrong line of work. This is ridiculous. This shit, I cannot open Facebook up without seeing police this, police brutality here. If you don't know your job, learn it. Go back to the academy. Re-up your people skills. That's the problem. A lot of you bad cops out there, y'all are not the solution. Y'all are supposed to de-escalate, but y'all escalate. Again, I apologize for this. This is typically, this has been weighing on me a little bit. I was very hesitant on making something like this, but I feel like it needs to be said because this is a big thing in America right now. Minneapolis is under fire, literally. Again, I believe in protest when protest is necessary. But the looting, come on, people. If anybody's watching this from that are part of the looting crowd, it's not helping anything. It's not, because they can catch you later, man. What you're doing is a crime. I can't tell y'all to stop. I can't make y'all stop. But you're not helping your case. You're not doing anything for this man and his name and for his legacy or his honor, or what have you, by looting and stealing shit. It's not solving anything. It's part of the problem. But I don't need to continue on that subject matter. Just know it's not solving anything. But for this man to lose his life over some crooked ass cop, four of them were there on the scene. Why is "I can't breathe" not a universal term? I can't breathe is very universal. That means get off me. The guy could have lightened the range. He didn't have to have him on the ground like that. You know, to be quite honest, when I first saw that video, I thought Mr. Floyd was underneath the police vehicle, but it was just how the picture was taken, how the video was, until they saw it. The sad thing is, this man was dead when the EMT arrived. That weighs hard on me. And, man, I get a little emotional about stuff like this because nobody deserves this kind of stuff, man. Nobody does. And it just chews me up, and I try to be strong about stuff, but sometimes it just weighs on me just a little bit. I'm sorry. But I didn't know this man, but he was still a human being and didn't deserve this bullshit. So I apologize for a little emotional breakup there, but it hurts. It just hurts as a human being to have another human being take somebody's life for what? He didn't do anything to deserve that. He was being very compliant. He was doing nothing at all to have these fucking cops take his life like that. I'm sorry, I'm just repeating myself, but it's hard for me to produce the words. I don't even know what to fucking say. Just all you crooked cops up there, turn in your badges. Y'all show no emotion. You show none. You don't need to be in. You want this kind of. You want to get in this kind of this line of work. Pardon me, I'm stuttering over my words. You want to get in this line of work for what? You had Napoleon syndrome. Is that what it is? You had Napoleon, got your ass kicked in high school. You couldn't make it to the military or something. Again, this is going to the bad cops, not the good ones. So don't get me twisted. You must have got your ass kicked in high school, so you thought, I'm gonna put on a badge. You probably didn't serve fucking any time in the military. You wouldn't be doing that bullshit if you had like a 5 or 6 year stint in the service. They would have taught you. You would have been moralized real quick. But no, some of you straight out of college crooked ass cops have nothing. Again, I apologize for going on this rant, but I feel like this has to be said. I watch the news very closely. And seeing this shit really hurts. Taking a human life. For what fucking reason, man? For none. Because of personal hate. Racism. What kind of message was that cop? He's obviously, he's new, he's world news. If that man has kids, has a family, what are they gonna think about him? My heart goes out to George Floyd's family and his friends. This man deserves justice. Very much so. Firing a crooked cop is not enough. And I'm not gonna be one of those guys that say, oh, well, you know what, throw him out to the public and let the public take care of him. That's not gonna solve anything. The man needs to serve some stint in prison, awaiting the death penalty. What's worse on a human being is knowing they're waiting to die. Let the guy have a year in prison. Let the cops that were all involved in this get indicted on charges like that. Let them wait. Awaiting your death, that's the scariest thing a man could. That'll instill fear. Then you'll know reality's setting in. And again, I apologize. This is not the videos that a lot of you want to hear, but if any of y'all, a lot of y'all know what's going on in the world. I got a little emotional. I'm sorry for that. I hate injustice. I shouldn't say hate. It weighs heavy on me. It weighs really heavy on me. And I won't even get started, honestly, on that whole Central Park thing, because that woman, y'all know what, I think a lot of y'all know what that Karen lady was doing, making false accusations against that black man in Central Park. I saw the video. That man didn't do nothing to her, but that's something else. That's just, that lady was a moron. But anyway, again, my prayers, I will say this again, I'll say this a million motherfucking times over. My prayers, my heart goes out to George Floyd's family. If you hear me, George, you know, well, I'm sorry. I wish this didn't happen to you. It's a sad world. But I know, brother, you're in a better place. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.